A jiu-jitsu stylist who in recent years has added even more skills to his arsenal and makes his return tonight to test those skills against a legendary Brazilian jiu-jitsu name. These two last fought back in 2003 on Asian soil, and he was victorious in a split decision. He's 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 184 pounds with a record of 12 wins and 10 losses. Making his return to the ring tonight, Carlos the Ronin Newton!
My first fight with Renzo was a pretty phenomenal experience for me. First time we fought, I did win, but it was very narrow. I think it was my entrance to manhood, I would say. The fight tonight is going to be one of a cat and mouse for probably the first 2 seconds, and then there'll be two cats. Or going to be a cat and a dog. For my fight tonight at Mohegan Sun, I know half the Brazilian community is going to be out there supporting Renzo, and like half the stadium will be there for Renzo. Yeah, I've not been known to have the biggest entourage, but I think for my fight tonight, I do have someone special here with me that I've always been able to gather a lot of strength from, and this is this person's first fight that they have come to personally in my whole 12 years of fighting, and it's my girlfriend, Cristal. She's here tonight, and that's the only person I need cheering for me.
Carlos says she helped him stay on a strict diet getting ready for this fight, and he is anxious to get back in the ring. This will be just his second fight since October 4th, back in 2004.
His opponent is fresh off of a first-round victory over Pat Miletich. This proud Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter looks to avenge a loss to his opponent and gain back family pride. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighed in at 184 pounds. His record, 6 wins, 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, Renzo Gracie!
Fighting is my business. For this Carlos fight, I have been studying a lot new ways to take the fight to the ground or to finish the fight even standing. That's exactly what happened against Miletich.
Pat may be in trouble here. Pat just tapped out. Pat tapped out.
That's it. Gracie's done it.
For Carlos Newton, it's not different. It's like if he wants to keep the fight standing, I've been training a lot of boxing. I've been sparring a lot. And I really don't mind, but I'm definitely going to be looking forward to bring the fight where I'm more complete, which is the ground. Just the fact that I have the chance to perform in front of my friends, in front of my family, it's like I'm going to give everything I have plus some more.
And there you look at Renzo Gracie, who came out of retirement to fight Pat Miletich. He hasn't had a lot of fights either in the last few years, but he's anxious for this one as we take a look at the Microsoft tail of the tape.
These guys know each other extremely well. You can see the age advantage Carlos Newton has. Technical grappling match coming up with a lot of strikes because they've both been training their stand-up.
Here we go, round one of what is scheduled for 3 4-minute rounds. We're happy to be joined here at ringside by MMA legend Bas Rutten.
Woo, guys, very nice to be here. Let's take a look at this. Whoa, nice striking combination right here.
Gracie coming out with the punches.
What I like about what Renzo's doing, he's keeping his left hand low, but he's going to sucker him with a left hook when he comes charging in.
You're so right, man. That's exactly my game plan. I would do the same thing. This fight is going to be so difficult to call. Once it goes to the ground, I think we're going to have an unbelievable thing of mixed martial arts. I mean, okay, watch this.
Well, here we are on the ground now.
Make your posture, Carlos. We got the body lock takedown by Carlos Newton on top. Half butterfly guard by Renzo Gracie on the bottom.
You see, I would never, if somebody's got a half butterfly guard on me, I would never let him take that half butterfly out to go to a full guard. Look at this.
Omoplata almost in front of the face of Carlos Newton. Renzo Gracie, a man on a mission.
Rubber guard, that's what they say, but either of these guys, if they make one little mistake, this fight's going to be gone.
A chess match early here between two of the masters in Carlos Newton and Renzo Gracie. Both have held championships. Great respect for each other. It was Newton winning on a split decision 3 years ago.
There you see what you do with a half butterfly, actually a full butterfly guard here. You know, they try to reverse. Oh, he's going to go for a leg lock.
He's trying to trap that left leg of Carlos Newton.
Nope.
Carlos smart. Carlos said you got to watch out for the chokes of Renzo and his knee bar.
Pace is good, Carlos. Drop it back. Cross face him, Carlos.
How do you think these guys look so far? We know that Gracie's had the most recent fight, and it's been a while for Newton.
Yeah, you see how easy Renzo is defending the body shots. He just puts his knee up so he protects his body and nobody can hit him. I mean, but this is the thing that I always say, and you know that, Steven, I'm happy that I'm not a referee or a judge, actually, right now.
You and me both, brother. I mean, Kenny, being a judge when a fight is this close, this technical, you really have to know the game. You really have to understand jiu-jitsu. These guys, two of the best in the world at jiu-jitsu.
Right now, Renzo should try to throw his opponent to the right. Right now. Not anymore. Once somebody has an arm around his neck, like here, you want to try to throw him to the opposite side. And sometimes it doesn't work, but if it doesn't work, it's going to give you options to do something else.
Dan Mirgliotti, the referee, stands him back up. 30 seconds to go here in the first.
Man, I'm so happy to be here with you guys. You know, we're high-fiving here.
It's always good to see you, boss.
This is so great to be here. Look at these
straight right. Beautiful.
Gracie getting another punch in. He's been the striker here in this first round that's coming to an end between Carlos Newton and Renzo Gracie. Round one is over.
Woo. Oh, nice sweep, but that was at the bell. Haha, kip up. That means I got a lot of energy.
Round two in our IFL super fight. Carlos Newton and Renzo Gracie. Second time these greats have met. In 2003, a split decision won by Newton. Kenny Rice, Steven Quadros, and the legendary Bas Rutten here ringside. Round one, we talked about how technical that fight was. That first round, a lot of grappling, getting into jiu-jitsu. Any idea, guys? You want to flip a coin on who got the first round?
Absolutely not.
That, you know, gosh, that was a really hard round to score because there wasn't a great deal of activity. Renzo did try and stack up high and get a omoplata. Carlos landed a couple of strikes standing. Carlos's corner, I mean, Carlos gets the takedown here. Carlos's corner told him to use the jab. Of course, not really that easy to do in this particular position, boss.
Absolutely not. And you know what the thing is that I still don't believe that fighters don't get. They go like, go for body, body, head. Everybody on the planet knows that you're going to do body, body, head. So why don't you do head, body, or body, head? Or body, 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 head. You see, but they always do the same thing. Why doesn't anybody make any variants?
Carlos Newton on top at the moment. Now, Gracie's probably thrown more punches in this fight. Those coming in the first round.
Yeah, but you can see here, he's got the butterfly guard. That means he wants to sweep him, and he's going to sweep him now to the left. Oh, almost he did it because he was right there.
Carlos wants this fight standing. Yeah, he's definitely backs away. Carlos switching to southpaw momentarily.
That's not a good thing. When somebody does that with me and he's not a southpaw, right away I give him a right low kick, inside leg. But not for Carlos because he's taking Renzo down.
Second takedown in the round.
Carlos Newton on top right now. Is this to his advantage, though? We talked about his striking ability. He is the younger fighter in here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Kenny, because I think that for Carlos to go with a seasoned veteran like Renzo Gracie to go on the ground, you know, it's just a dumb thing to do. I would, if you're better on striking, keep it on the feet.
As we've seen, as recently as the Miletich fight, just needs that little crack in the window for a talent like Gracie to get in there and get a submission.
Yeah, how crazy was that, Steve, right?
That was insane. Standing guillotine. Yeah, he's going for an armbar here. Renzo's not going to fall for it. Renzo rolling out.
Yeah, it's Renzo Gracie we're talking about. Come on, you're not going to armbar him.
No.
There's Gracie.
Nice.
I love this. Renzo Gracie, one of the all-time greats.
And now you better watch out because Renzo on top. If he's going to pass this guard, it's an open guard. I cannot believe why Carlos is doing this. Close the guard. You don't want to have Renzo on the side mount.
That was a nice little roll and dump by Renzo Gracie.
Gracie, the family history is just amazing. It traces back to 1914. You know, cousins, brothers,
Look at the
champions
rollout.
everywhere.
Yeah,
and you look at Gracie, he's one of the masters of jiu-jitsu, and watch him go to work on Newton.
Look at this. He trapped his arm so he can't defend with one arm.
Renzo's going to go for a guillotine, trying to get the back.
My God, Renzo impresses me so much since the last fight also against Pat Miletich. His striking ability became so good. I mean, he's been working with world-class boxers. I mean, come on, look at this. Look at this slug out here.
Newton is slugging away here in the final seconds.
Wow.
That's the end of round two.
And that's my applauding you here. Wow.
Só um cortinho de nada. Respira fundo, olha pra mim. Respira fundo. Foi linda essa. Bota gelo nele, bota gelo. Respira. Depois fica gelo.
All right, let's take a look at this. This is Renzo Gracie
Look
in
at this.
action.
Going for a straight arm bar, and look what Renzo is doing right now. I mean, anybody on the planet would have got that straight arm bar. But look what Renzo does. He's going to buck up. It's going to flip him off his shoulder. Okay, that's Renzo Gracie for you right there.
It was like
unbelievable.
On the mat body slam. And here, now listen, Renzo Gracie caught him with a clean short left hook on the trading exchange. It's a brawl now standing.
This is so close, and I go back again, and I told you again how many times I say I do not want to be a judge in this fight. I mean, look at this. We get the world-class, best submission fighters on the planet brawling it out right now. How great is this? I'm so excited to be here.
That first round, so close, can't call it. Second round, I'm going to go out on a ledge and say Renzo Gracie won with that counter left hook and with a reversal. Carlos has got to know he's got to get busy here.
This is round three, the third and final round. Some blood on the nose of Renzo Gracie. Caught that punch for Carlos Newton.
Oh, that means watch out. I got a good left hook. Oh,
And the takedown.
This is crazy, but it's very similar to Gracie. You know, I thought that Renzo would never do that, allow it to take him down, but that's his bread and butter right here. So he doesn't care. That's what he was waiting for.
Newton has been most effective, it looks like, guys, near the end of that second round when he was throwing punches.
That's it, and that's why now he says, I will stand up. He actually gives him his hand and tells him, come up. What about camaraderie here?
There's so much respect. I asked Carlos Newton, I said, is there so much respect that you're not going to try and finish this guy? And he said, well, he's just a great fighter, but he's trying to finish him with that right hook, or that left hook.
Okay, now, Kenny, you threw the question at me. who's gonna win this? Who's ahead on the scoring board? And I ask you too, Stephen, because this is crazy.
I'm flipping a coin right now. I would guess if Newton can stay on his feet and can keep this fight up for another minute or so and get some punches in, he will have a better chance in this last round.
Okay, boss, I'm going to make you a deal. I went out on a limb last time when he fought Pat Miletich. You didn't. I'm going to be neutral. Now you pick.
You know what?
Come
you know
on.
what? Because I am the stronger, and I'm a professional fighter. I can do whatever I want to do with you. I'm going to say, no, Stephen. I'm not going to say anything. But look at this. These guys, I mean, one mistake, and they both know it. Whoever's going to make the mistake right now is probably going to win this fight because it's equal right now.
And Gracie, as we've seen when he's on the mat, it's almost like he invented jiu-jitsu. This guy is so good and has been so talented over the years, and he still has it.
One thing I've seen with Carlos Newton, he's single-shotting. He should be throwing combinations.
Yep. Absolutely right, fight professor. Absolutely right.
Gracie able to get enough punches in to keep his distance.
Ooh.
It just misses with that one, does Newton.
Carlos got the strength advantage in the trading here on their feet. Switches to southpaw again. But boss, I think he was more consistent when he was left orthodox.
I have so much respect for fighters who can do that. Like now he's fighting normal standing. Like you're like, man, it doesn't mean, oh, that was a good right. It doesn't favor anything. It's, you know, there are only a few fighters in the world that can do this, and that's right here.
Carlos is swinging for a knockout right here.
Yep.
If one of those lands, it's going to be a problem.
He's throwing the big punches, but Gracie able to elude them. He's only been tagged once. Got that cut on the bridge of his nose. He's been able to throw enough of those on the defense to keep Newton back.
Not a lot of kicking in this bout. Mainly a boxing match with a lot of grappling.
Oh, there's the knockdown.
Doesn't matter because Renzo is still there. Oh, he pulls him up.
Big uppercut by Carlos Newton.
Newton some sportsmanship, but he also wants to get this back up for the final 15 seconds. It's ticking down between two of the greats, Newton and Gracie. Whoa! A takedown by Newton before the bell. Who won this one? We have waited 3 years. Carlos Newton won a split decision in 2003. This one goes the distance. Renzo Gracie or Carlos Newton? It's gone to the judges, and Tim Hughes has the answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, how about a hand for both of these MMA legends and the International Fight League for making this bout happen. We turn to the judges' scorecards and have a split decision. Judge Chris Lee scores the bout 29-28 Gracie. Judge Jeff Mullins scores the bout 29-28 Newton. And Judge Raymond Martin scores the bout 29-28 for the winner, Renzo Gracie.
A classic bout between Renzo Gracie and Carlos Newton. This one, I'm glad I wasn't a judge. You could have got the points for being on the ground. He could have got the points for the stand-up. What do you believe the judges saw to give you this victory?
I think they saw a hometown decision. Honestly, this time I thought he won. And the victory is his tonight. But let me tell you guys something. The other fight that we had, I swear I won.
What comes around goes around? Is that what you're saying?
I think life has a strange way to do things. But I remember the last time that he was awarded a split decision. On the end of the fight, he put me on his shoulders and he carried me around in the ring. And I would like to give that back to him.
There you go.
Thanks, Renzo. Thank you, my brother.
We're gonna be friends for another 50 years.
Fuck yeah. You got me.